Welcome back to Wrestling Renaissance. This is a run in. My voice cracked. I'm tired. My name is TJ Leo.
And I've already been through puberty, and I'm Colt 2K, so my voice shouldn't crack.
Yeah. I wish I was that young. But I am not, sir. I'm getting up there. I'll never reach
wish
you.
I knew now. Or knew then what I know now.
Right, everyone does. That's just how it goes. Hi, Dante. Yes, we hear you. This is a run-in. This is a retro review. This is my week to pick our retro PLE or pay-per-view from the past to review, just as we do our normal show. Before we get to that, though, I don't remember if we talked about it last week or not, but just as a PSA, for temporarily at least, potentially permanently, I don't really know, we are down to 2 shows a week. Our Wednesday show has been put on pause for now. I started a new job, and I do not have the time or the energy to do 3 shows a week. I'm certainly glad.
You could say that you pressed pause.
I pressed pause on Wednesday shows. I did do that. Yeah. It's a good thing we weren't at 4 shows still. Remember when we were doing 4 shows a week?
I do remember that.
The hell were we thinking? The hell was I thinking? I don't know. So Mondays will continue to be Press Pause Gaming Podcast every week. And Friday will continue to be our Wrestling Renaissance episode. The only caveat of no Wednesday shows is that if there is a PLE, we will still do that show. Because we have to do the review show. I'm not going to miss a review show. They're too fun. Even if I have to drag my dead corpse onto the screen and just zombify the review, I'm going to do it.
I love the review shows lately, too.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they? They're fantastic.
Oh, I'm sorry. That glare might be hurting your eyes.
We're not on the regular Wrestling Renaissance show, so I don't have my "you son of a bitch" button, but you son of a bitch. All right, that's the PSA, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to the PLE that I selected this week. And if you've already clicked on the thumbnail, you already know what we're talking about. So let's move over to the Titantron 2K. And that's WWE Money in the Bank 2011 is what I selected for this retro review. Yes, this is the famous Chicago Money in the Bank, which we'll get to why it's famous in a minute, but I'm sure you already know. I wanted to kind of go back and see because it's kind of widely regarded as one of WWE's best pay-per-views. I'm just curious. I was curious to find out if it's held up over time or if it was a place in time more than a something you can go back and watch and enjoy just as much. So, with that being said, top level thoughts. What do we think of the overall show? What's the vibe?
It seemed to flow well. Not seeing so many ads or not seeing any ads.
Woo!
Is nice. 6 matches on the proper pay-per-view show.
Yeah.
I didn't
Weird,
realize
right?
that until, yeah.
It's because they gave a lot of time to those Money in the Bank ladder matches back then. A lot of time.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they felt long, but they felt important because they were long.
Yeah, makes me think of the ladder match at SummerSlam this year. It was like 9 minutes.
Yeah, exactly right. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, but we'll get to those individual matches in a second.
Quite a bit more time.
Yeah, 6 matches. Did not realize Booker T was on commentary. That kind of hurt me a little bit. He wasn't as bad as he is, but he's still bad.
Yeah, when I heard him at first, I thought, oh, I wonder if TJ's going to like this.
I completely forgot.
But no, he was he was not as boisterous,
No.
not as obnoxious.
Not as obnoxious, no. He still wasn't good. Because there's still a lot of things he says, and this was in the era when Michael Cole would call him out on everything stupid that he said. I don't know what was going on at that time. Ever since Joey Styles was like bullied on the air, that was like the whole thing. It was like, if you're on commentary and you can't talk and you can't make sense, Cole's going to call you out on it. And Cole called Booker T out a million times on the show for just the stupidest thing. The stupidest things that he said. He at one point in one of the matches, Booker T was like, he's trying to get that big trout. And Cole's like, well, trouts aren't really that big, so I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, okay. Although I don't really know. I know nothing about fish besides they taste good. Deep fried. Some of them deep fried. So yeah, Booker T not being on commentary, not great. This was also, what WrestleMania was this leading to? Or leading away from, I guess.
27. This was the same year as 27.
So this was just after 26. Or was it just after 27?
This would have been just after 27.
Yes, you're right, because at 27, Punk was in the Nexus still. So it was leading into 28. Trying to think of where I was going with this. Oh yeah, that's right. It was just post Michael Cole, his heel run. It had ended, but he was still kind of like floating in that heel that healed him. He wasn't completely back to his normal self yet, so he was still kind of like snide and cocky and kind of irritating. Not as bad as he was, but he was still kind of, it's like, okay, cool. And then this is just the worst version of Jerry Lawler on commentary, where he's no longer his, puppies and cracking jokes and being the heel Jerry Lawler. This is him being like, cheering for the baby faces and trying to defend, the baby faces and it's not Jerry Lawler. This is the worst version of Jerry Lawler. Yeah. He's better as a heel, so that sucked. Crowd was great the whole night, aside from one match, but I don't blame them on that one match. We'll get to that. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good show. Like I said, it had a pretty good flow. It went by pretty quickly.
Kind of a bare set, kind of like what we see now.
Yeah, it was basically just the big briefcase. Essentially, was the Titantron. But yeah, nothing crazy. All right. Well, if that's it, let's get into the first match of the night, which was the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. Kane, Sin Cara, Daniel Bryan, Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, and Sheamus. Let's do a rating. By the way, I don't know what happened to all my thick white erase markers, so I'm using a thin one. So I'm gonna try my best to make sure it appears on camera. If it looks bad, I've got post-it notes. Legitimately no idea what happened to them. I cannot find them anywhere. I don't know if my cat decided to hide them or what's going on. All right, rating. All right, I've got mine.
I got mine.
All right. I'll go first since I picked the show. Go with an 8. I went an 8. That was great. Ooh.
Go with the 6. It was above average.
All right.
But probably for a reason that I like. which doesn't make sense.
Can't wait to hear this. What did Cage Match
Okay.
rate this one?
A cage match over the last 15 years has received 363 votes, and it's 8.27.
Okay, so they agree with me. What did Doofus rate it?
4 stars.
Well, seems like everyone's kind of in agreement with me so far. So what's with the well, let's see what Bleacher gave it. So Bleacher was kind of weird back then. I can't tell if this is a retro review from 2018 or if this is pulled forward and their website only goes back as far as 2018 after like a revamp or something. So, but it's written as if it was written at the time. So take that for what you will. The writer of this his name was Joe, and he gave it a 7 out of 10. So yeah, what's with the 6? What are you thinking?
The people in it.
Yeah, it's pretty weak. It's like half weak, right? It's like former core members.
Yeah. Like, it's people that, not that they didn't belong in the main event, but people that weren't in the main event.
Yeah, like Justin Gabriel's going to win? No.
But oddly, that's the kind of people that should be in the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, it's a spotlight.
It should be to make people instead of put already made people in.
Some of the worst Money in the Bank ladder matches are the ones with former champions only.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
So I gave it a 6 because it had those people, but I like that it has people like that in it.
Mm-hmm. When I started seeing them come out one by one, I was like, oof, this is going to be rough. And then the match happened and I was like, that was pretty good. No real botches. Crowd was into it. I think this was a good pick for the opener as well because of the lack of big names in it. You know, like,
yeah,
there's really only one big name in here, really, at the time. That's Kane, and that's saying something because it's 2011. You know, Sheamus was kind of hated at the time. Cody hadn't turned that corner yet. Sin Cara was kind of like a laughingstock. Kind of. And then you got the 3 core members that no one ever cared about. And then Daniel Bryan, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's see what Bleacher says in here. So it doesn't have like a big moments and takeaways thing. It's just kind of like a short write-up. Joe said, there was a nice balance to this match, some high flyers that provided some great aerial spots, but also a good number of heavyweights to keep everything grounded. Sin Cara was taken to the back on a stretcher a little less than halfway through the match. Yes, so he received a power bomb through the air, off the apron, through a ladder. And then convulsed on the ground. And then got taken away. He says, while it's great to sell the destruction of a ladder match at the time, and remember, this is written at the time, Sin Cara is still a rookie getting over with the crowd, and it was a bad move to have him taken out of the match. I kind of agree with that in some sense, because if this was going to happen to anyone, it probably should have happened to either Heath Slater or Justin Gabriel. Not Sin Cara.
So I looked into it.
Okay.
He got suspended. And that was
his
him being
write-off.
written off.
Yeah. Did it say why he got suspended?
Wellness. 30 days.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I think this was is this the original Sin Cara? Or is this
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember stories going around that he was trying to get fired. And that the last straw was when he broke his finger in that match with Del Rio and he quit. I think he tapped out and told the ref I can't wrestle. And then Del Rio beat the shit out of him. It's like, get your ass back in the ring.
The same and obviously he's still wrestling as Mystico.
Oh.
Yes, that is Mystico.
Interesting. Good to know. I think I knew that. It just didn't occur to me.
Yeah. But yeah, he 30-day wellness and got written off.
So Daniel Bryan won this match to the shock of everyone at the time. This was pre-Yes. Daniel Bryan as well. Pre-beard Daniel Bryan.
Pre-Flight of the Valkyries.
Yeah, he didn't even have his song, yeah. It's not something
but
fans...
he still cried.
He still cried, yeah. It's not something fans say very often, but this was good booking, is what Joe said. Yeah, but it was early enough in the industry when it was unique still. Now it's not unique. Now everyone fucking does it. So that's why it's annoying me. It's too common now. Yeah, so it was definitely a better match than it had any right to be with the people involved, and I thought they all did very well. Good spots, exciting. Crowd was into it. I enjoyed it. 8.
Yeah, just nothing as memorable as the other one for me.
Yeah, really, the only real memorable spot was the Sin Cara spot.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Next up was the WWE Divas Championship. Kelly defending against Brie.
So the first match was pre-beard for both Wade Barrett and Daniel Bryan.
I can see where this is
This
going.
one was pre-boobs for Nikki Bella.
Yes, it was. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second because I have more comments on that. Okay, I got mine. I still got to get this back of the whiteboard decorated. I keep forgetting to do that. I have no time. I have no energy. Still got to do that.
All
right, you're up.
Ready?
Yep.
3.
Agreed. Agreed. What did Cage Match give it? I'm going to guess a 2.
Well, Cage Match, no rating.
Oh, no rating.
Because it was less than 5 minutes.
That's right.
By 12 seconds. It was 4 minutes and 48 seconds.
Oh.
And no rating from...
what?
No rating from Dave.
Doofus? Doofus didn't give it a rating? What?
No rating.
That's so funny. Let's see what... Bleacher also gave it a 3. 3s across the board, ladies and gentlemen. Although he did say surprisingly good for a Divas match, even though he gave it a 3. That's funny. Yeah, I have nothing really to say. This was bad. But yeah, you're right. The Nikki was pre-boob job. They both looked completely different than they do today. I wonder why that is.
Well, duh, it's 15 years difference.
Well, that's true. Their face, they have to have had some sort of facial surgery. Had to have had. There's some significant differences in their face. Kelly looks the same though. Good for you, Kelly. Assuming you didn't do anything. I don't think you did.
I don't know.
Cannot confirm.
It's been a while since I've seen her, so I can't.
Yeah, the last time I saw her was in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
and she looked almost exactly the same. So I think she's all right. But casting judgment on women and what they do with their bodies. What can I do? Yeah, I have nothing really else to say. This was the unfortunate Divas era where the wrestling was garbage.
It's signified. This was typical Divas era match.
Yeah,
thankful we're past that.
Yeah, that Kelly scissors spin. God, that was awful. That was just atrocious. Crowd couldn't have cared less. I feel bad for him in a way, but at the same time, it's like, put in the work, guys. Put in the work.
Yep.
All right, let's move on. Away from this travesty. Next up was Big Show versus Mark Henry. Somebody going to get the ass kicked. Somebody going to get... I don't know the rest of it. Get him up, break his neck. I can't believe they put that kind of lyric in a WWE song during the PG era. Get him up, break his neck. I was like, holy shit. That's crazy lyric. Okay. All right, I got mine.
Got mine.
You might be surprised on this one. Give it a 7. Yeah.
5.
What did Cage give it?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. 4.62.
Oh, come on. That's terrible. What Doofus give it?
Oh, you think that was bad?
Oh,
1 1/4 stars.
what does he know? Oh, man. Bleacher gave it a 4.5. Okay. Guess I'm alone on this one. I don't know what it was about this match. I enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the better big man matches that I've seen. Most of the time, the big man matches are slow, plotting, and uninteresting, and the crowd is dead quiet, and I couldn't care less. But like, Big Show came out of a cannon at the beginning of this match. Like, he was hitting Mark Henry legit and did that huge shoulder tackle at the beginning, and they kind of did a good storytelling with working on the leg and, you know, kicking out of the World's Strongest Slam, and I enjoyed it. I was surprised. I kept going, am I enjoying this match? What is happening right now? I don't know why I'm enjoying this, but this is good. I thought they did great. I thought they did good.
So
Gave it a 7.
I assume Mark Henry was a heel, right?
Yes, this was
Going
his.
into it?
This was his Hall of Pain start.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if that was before or after the retirement or the fake retirement angle.
This was before. Pretty sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure. This was kind of the beginning of it, because he's still wearing the singlet that he wore when Teddy Long was his manager, and it was significantly after that he started to do the Cena thing and the Hall of Pain thing. I think he was champion within 6 months of this. World champion.
For a lot of it, I couldn't tell who was the heel, who was the face.
Interesting.
Just not really remembering beforehand
Gotcha.
who was.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell when Big Show came out, he was doing the crowd, you know, like, come on, let's go, you know, that kind of nonsense. But yeah, this was heel Mark Henry, but it was I don't blame you though, because it was a Chicago crowd and they were kind of more on Henry's side than they were on Big Show's side. So is what it is. But I really enjoyed
short.
it.
It was only 7 minutes.
It was not any longer than it needed to be. I was totally cool with the offense. I was totally cool with the length. Big Show did a second rope shoulder tackle, flying shoulder tackle at one point. I was like, man, he's giving it all, man. He's giving it all.
Did you see him when he was the Giant in WCW?
I never watched WCW. I've seen footage since then, but I didn't watch it at the time.
I mean, he was doing drop kicks. He was doing
oh yeah, that's right.
A lot of stuff that big men
don't do,
or men that size can't do.
Yeah. They call that
he wasn't as big as he was then. But.
No. This is when he shrunk down and got in better shape.
Yeah.
Not the best shape of his career, because he ended up way better later, but still great. Definitely not his ECW days when he was the size of a, you know, Empire State Building. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
And it kind of sudden. Kind of had to rewind it because I wasn't expecting the finish.
Okay.
Kind of sudden. And then the beat down afterwards.
Yeah, that stomp with the chair, break his leg. Maybe that's what he needs to change his song to. Get him up, break his leg.
So did you notice when they were loading him up on the cart, the gurney? What happened? CM Punk chant.
Oh, yeah.
They're loading the babyface up on the cart, and there's a CM Punk chant.
I mean, you know, I don't think we've really talked about it on the show before, but the Big Show had so many face and heel turns that people stopped giving a shit.
Yeah,
and this was definitely around the time when people were tired of it and being like, okay, why should we care at this point? So I don't blame him, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Next up was the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. Kofi Kingston, Rey Mysterio, Evan Bourne, Alberto Del Rio, R-Truth, Jack Swagger, Alex Riley, and The Miz. All right. You're up, sir. Agreed. Amazing.
Dang.
Amazing.
I thought I was going to be higher than you on that.
Nope. I definitely saw the difference. I definitely felt the difference between the SmackDown match and this one. What cage give it?
Cage match did not see the difference. This one got 7.47. The other one was 8.27. Oh, I didn't say before, the first ladder match went 24 minutes, 24 and a half minutes, and this one went just under 16.
Weird. That's odd.
Yeah, so the other one got 8 minutes more than this one did.
That's so strange. So you're saying they rated the SmackDown one higher?
Yes.
That's fucking strange. Because there was way more highlights in this one to me. Did Doofus give it a rating?
He did. He gave the other one a 4. He gave this one 3 3/4.
Did we watch the same match? Or did everybody get their rating like mixed up? This match was way better. That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I don't understand that at all. Like, there were so many highlights in this one. It was crazy. Evan Bourne doing the shooting, is it Shooting Star? Yeah, Shooting Star off the ladder on the outside onto the group of guys. That was crazy. And then Kofi at one point was underneath a ladder. I think it was Del Rio came in and charged at him to do a spear, basically. And Kofi grabbed onto the rungs of the ladder and pulled himself up. And Del Rio like went underneath him and flew out of the ring and hit the desk. Crazy.
Yeah.
And I just thought the drama in general was much better in this match. Yeah.
And you had things happen where people on unstable, I mean, they're unstable because when they're on them, they're very top heavy, that they fall over. You know, that
there's no ref holding it down. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. There's no ref holding it down. So it moves and it sways and it falls down. And
yeah.
Del Rio took a real rough on it. He swayed and it tipped over and he basically fell face first onto another ladder that was up on its side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it increases the drama of it and the anticipation of what's going to happen because there's no refs in the ring holding a ladder. I don't remember. What was the last show we reviewed?
SummerSlam.
Was there a ladder match at SummerSlam? No.
Chelsea Green.
Nah, that wasn't the match I'm thinking of. It must have been before that. There was a recent ladder match on something that we reviewed. I think it was AEW. AEW doesn't really do ladder matches though.
I think the last one we did before that was TNA.
Oh no, that's not what it was either. I can picture it in my mind, and I can picture the refs. I can't picture their faces. But I know it's not TNA. But I remember 2 of them were in the ladder was in the dead center of the ring, and there was 2 referees, a female ref and a male ref, in the middle of the ring holding it down while whatever was going on, blatantly. And I was like,
yeah, that would have been AEW.
Yeah. I was like, what's happening? The ladder, it's not like the ladder looked damaged or anything. It looked fine. I was like, what's going on? What's happening?
It's just the weight's not matching up.
It's very strange.
You know, the lever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
The sway. The sway.
Yeah, the sway wasn't. Yeah, it was
balance.
swaying, and the balance was off on the ladders. Then you had the Miz leave and then come back.
Yeah, he got a huge pop when he came back out limping. He's like,
yeah,
I'm coming out. I'm coming back. And he was getting up there and everyone's freaking out going, holy shit, he's going to win again.
Del Rio just ripping Ray's mask off.
Yeah, the ending was phenomenal. Like, I hate Del Rio, but him ripping the mask off and then pushing him off onto another ladder, and then that ladder tips over and pushes him back off.
Yeah.
And the crowd just went fucking nuts. They're just like, yeah, that was sick. And then he takes the mask and just like throws it into the crowd or something like that, and the whole crowd just loses their minds at stuff like that, because it's unscripted. People love unscripted. It's magic when that happens, because you know that it wasn't written that way, and you know that whatever reaction that the wrestlers are having is genuine. So you feel that, right? That's kind of what's lost in current wrestling, is that doesn't happen very often. And a lot of the newer wrestlers aren't taught how to improvise. They're taught stick to the script. And it's like,
yeah,
that's not how you make stars. It's not how you
and
make
it just
stars.
started off different too, because everybody grabbed a ladder and got in the ring with the ladder and was holding the ladder.
Yeah.
And the match started.
I will say, I think it was this one. There was a pretty stupid part of the match where somebody brought in a ladder that was their height. It was like a 6 or 7 foot ladder, and someone put it in the ring and was trying to climb it, and then the camera panned back, and there was this huge like 15-foot gap to the briefcase.
Yeah, that was
is that Riley?
Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne set that up. Yeah, I was like, I'm looking up and I'm going, this is stupid, guys. You know you're not gonna be able to touch that. Like, what are you doing?
Well, I know R-Truth came down to the ring and picked up a ladder that was the same size as Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
he picked up a
the short ladder,
little 4-foot step ladder.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, this was when R-Truth was a heel with the Miz. It was the conspiracy thing. Very odd time. Yeah, I thought it was one of the best Money in the Bank matches in history. I've always been hesitant to do a Money in the Bank ladder match ranked episode, because there's so freaking many of them that I don't know how we would end up being able to do it. But I'm pretty sure this one ranks up there. It was really, really good. It was really good. And it also, something that was very apparent throughout the whole match was, compared to today and the ladder matches of today, where there's so much downtime and so much time where you're like, I can tell that they're waiting for their next spot, or someone's time is off. You're late. You should have been in here already doing this spot. In this match, it was spot, next spot, next spot, next spot, next spot. It was just kept going at like a frantic pace, and there was no room to breathe. And in a Money in the Bank ladder match like this, that's perfect. You want to keep that momentum going. You don't want to take these massive long breaks. Maybe once or twice in the match to kind of be like, to let the crowd breathe, but these should be adrenaline fueled matches. I thought it was.
And then there was only one. And there was only one spot where you had someone up, touching the briefcase, trying to get it down.
Yeah.
Waiting for someone else to climb up. And that was Kofi, and it didn't look bad.
Right?
Like he maybe had to fool around for about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, and that's it. Waiting for Swagger or whoever it was to come up and hit him.
And there was a number of times where you believed that they were going to be able to get it. Like, it wasn't okay, who's coming next? It was, oh shit, is he going to get it? And the crowd reacted that way. Like they had them hooked. So I don't know where all these ratings are coming from. You guys are crazy. That this was worse. I thought
this one was a lot better.
Yeah,
a lot better.
Crazy ratings. I didn't even read Bleacher Report. What? Bleacher Report gave it a 5?
What
the hell's okay? We gotta read this shit.
Out of 5?
No, 10. Yeah, 10. Evan Bourne had an awesome spot, a shooting star press onto everyone else in the match from the top of the ladder. It was only one spot, but being that the entire match was just average, the spot was the highlight. The match wasn't horrible, but certainly not as good as the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. What match did you guys watch? Was everyone smoking something at the time that this was going on? What is
That's crazy.
I don't know. I think this is the first time where you and I agree and everyone else is fucking like way off the hook. Crazy. I don't know what we're missing on this. I really don't. But Alberto Del Rio did win. That sucks. And it kind of sucked at the time, but it was also like, he's a heel. You're supposed to hate him. So
yeah.
Can't really
Especially
fight.
The way he won. You
Yeah.
wanted to hate him.
Ripping that mask off. Yeah. Although they did boo Ray throughout a bunch of times in the match. They didn't want him to win. They were cheering Kofi. They were cheering Miz. I think that's... Oh, and Riley. But Ray was... I think this was around the time that Ray was starting to get that, like, go-away legend heat. You know? Like, yeah, you've been around too much. Take a break. It seems like almost every legend has gotten that in this era. Orton.
Cena.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Punk ran away before he started getting it.
Yes, he did. Yeah. We'll see if he gets it this time. Yeah. All right, next up was the World Heavyweight Championship. Randy Orton versus Christian, with the stipulation that if Randy Orton is disqualified, Christian wins the World Heavyweight Championship. This one's funny because I remember this one differently. Is my go?
Yeah.
So, giving it a 7.
Okay. I was waiting for something. I also gave it a 7.
Okay. Cage match.
Cage match. 7.61.
Okay, right on the
321 votes so far.
Pretty on the money. All right. And Doofus.
Doofus. Same as the ladder match. 3 3/4.
Okay. Bleacher gave it a 6.5. Okay. So, they had a much better match at a different pay-per-view, and I don't remember which pay-per-view it was. It was either the one before this or the one after it. I think it was the one after it. One of the best matches I've ever seen, and I thought it was this one, but it's not. This one was good, but it was a little slow. But Christian's just an amazing heel, and this version of Orton was, as the kids say, unhinged. I don't know.
He was.
I don't know if this was Perk Orton. Because I know that there was a period of time where Orton was dealing with some demons. I'm not sure exactly when it was, but he looks very different in this.
Yeah.
In this match at this time, his everything about his face just looks different. I don't know whether it's the beard that just makes it look that way, or if there was something going on at that time, but he definitely looks much different. It reminds me of The Rock, how Rock has had all of these different phases of his look.
This was way after that time.
Randy. Yeah. Must have just been the beard. Just made him look odd.
Yeah.
A little bit more psycho.
And the way he trimmed it.
Yeah. Very odd. But he looked the way he should. He looked like a freaking psychopath. And, you know, I don't think it's a controversial opinion that the best version of Randy Orton was his psychopath gimmick, his anger management gimmick.
Yeah.
So not much to say about the match itself. It's really about the ending that's really the big deal about this match. So Christian won by disqualification. And because of the stipulation, he won the championship. To my knowledge, he is the only wrestler in WWE history who has won a world title via DQ.
Probably.
And I'm so glad they did it. I kind of wish that they had have done it in a better way. You know, like, basically Christian puts a chair in the ring at the beginning of the match, goading him to use it, and then doesn't do anything else the rest of the match to try and goat him into disqualification. And then right at the end of the match, when he thinks he's about to be beaten, he spits in his face, and that's all it takes to send Orton over the deep end. And then Orton kicks him in the balls and gets disqualified. I was like, you could have, like...
Yeah.
Could have fished that in a little bit better, led up to it. You know, start pissing him off more and more as the match goes on, and then finally spit in his face, and then, you know... I think that would have had a little bit more impact. That being said, though, the crowd went nuts when Christian won by DQ.
Yeah, they did.
Just popped. And the look on Orton's face, legendary. He was pissed.
Oh, and he took it out on Christian.
And he took it out on Christian. Yes, he did. Yeah, it went to a camera cut. It went to a replay. And Orton didn't even wait for the replay. He's like, fuck that, I'm not waiting for the replay. He went right after Christian and shoved him over the edge and was beating the snot out of him. And then he gave him an RKO on the table. And then he went to leave.
The table didn't break.
And the table didn't break. Yeah, this was after they started to reinforce the tables because of the accidents that were happening on them with them collapsing.
And then they de-enforced it for a while.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They were like, man.
Well, not de-enforced it, but they made them collapsible. Where you could just build them back up.
Yeah. And then he goes to leave, and the crowd's chanting one more time, and he listened to him. He's like, all right, let's go. He went back, and the look he gave when he was holding Christian's arm and he's looking around, he's like, he's a fucking psycho. It was so good. I'm like, that's the best version of Randy. It boggles my mind how Vince did not see this and go, $signs.
That's what we're starting to get now.
What is Psycho Orton?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. A little tamer. He needs
more corporate.
Little corporate Randy. Yeah. He needs to have that he needs to go psycho again. He needs to have that face of just like, yeah, I'm just going to wreck people. You know, it reminisced of Stone Cold. Stone Cold wasn't a psycho, but he was an ass kicker, and he was just like, no, I'm just going to kick your ass. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And that's why it was working for Orton. I cannot believe it's baffling that Vince didn't see this and go, okay, we're tripling down on Psycho Randy. This is great. This is good stuff. Like that should have been the next big thing. And then they like cooled off on it. And I was like, what? Why? That's the best version of Randy. But yeah, he comes back, RKOs him again. The table still doesn't break, and he gives another crazy look and eventually leaves. And Christian's your new World Heavyweight Champion by DQ. So good, though. Then their rivalry was amazing. I think they had 3 matches, if I'm not mistaken. And one of those was a 10 out of 10. If I can find it for a future retro review, I will do so. Because I don't remember which pay-per-view it was, but it was unbelievable. All right. I think that leads us to the main event. The WWE Championship. John Cena defends against CM Punk. If John Cena loses, he's fired.
Oh, wow. All right.
You're up.
Reluctantly. I give it a 10.
Reluctantly. Interesting.
Yeah.
Give it a 9. Went with a 9.
You might be able to talk me down.
I will definitely share my reasons why I did not give it a 10. Cage.
Cage match. So the match with the second most number of votes had 363 votes. This match has 1,423 votes on it.
Well, it is a
And
legendary
it's,
match.
9.63.
Woo! That's high.
Yeah.
That's high. What doofus give it? Let me guess. 4.
5.
Ooh, he gave it a perfect 5. Get that.
Yeah.
Or
This one got 5.
perfect 5.
Well, at the time it was at 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Now there's no limit, I guess.
Now there is no system. There's no rating system. It just doesn't exist. It's a figment of doofus's imagination. Bleacher gave it a 9.5. It's pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. So obviously the big thing with this match was the fact that CM Punk's contract was up, quote, was up, and this was his hometown, and if he won the championship, he'd basically be taking it with him when he left. And Vince told Cena if he loses the title to Punk, he's fired. So obviously the end of this match is legendary. The crowd reaction is legendary. I had completely forgotten that he hadn't used his Cult of Personality theme song yet. When the This Fire Burns song hit, I was like, oh yeah, he hadn't switched yet.
That was the last time.
Yeah, when he came back at or like on Raw, I think, or SummerSlam, he used Cult of Personality. So yeah, nothing could ruin this match as far as like Booker T's commentary goes. Like he almost didn't talk a whole lot during this match. I don't really recall him talking, and I don't know if that's because I was so enthralled with the match, or if he was. It's possible he was too. So he was like, "I'm just going to shut up and watch." They protected Cena, which I still think was a little. It's always a little ugly at this time when they were protecting Cena. But Punk did win after Cena was kind of distracted by laryngitis, as Michael Cole called him for some fucking strange reason. It's like, he's your boss and you don't even know what his name is? Okay.
Laryngitis, as I call him.
Yeah, laryngitis, yeah. And Vinnie
like
Mac.
That's what he has.
Yeah, it's true. And Vinnie Mac at ringside, and then Punk capitalized, gave the GTS, and pinned him to a huge crowd reaction. And then Alberto Del Rio, Vince got on commentary and called out Alberto Del Rio to try and cash in on him, but Punk thwarted him. And then we got the infamous mwah to Vince McMahon as CM Punk left through the crowd. So the reason I gave it a 9 and not a 10. At the time, it would be a 10. I remember vividly watching this match and the feeling that I got when he won. I was like, are you shitting me? They are doing this? That's amazing. But also in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, the follow through on this is going to suck, isn't it? And it did. The follow through was terrible. But watching it back, this match was way too long. It was
33 minutes.
I'm not saying it wasn't good. I still gave it a 9. But I think they could have shortened it a little bit. It got a little long in the teeth. You know, at a certain point I was checking my watch going, kind of need to go to bed. Like it was a little long. So I think it was, and again, this is a post-mortem. This is a retro review. At the time, probably wouldn't have noticed because the unknown of if he was going to win or not was so palpable and the crowd was so loud and it was just so intriguing. It probably went by in a flash. But rewatching it, knowing he was going to win, kind of hurt it a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I was kind of rating it as kind of seeing it in the moment versus looking back on it.
Yeah, it's fair.
And thinking we would have known that Punk had already re-signed before it happened.
If something like this happened today.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
We would already know if he had re-signed or not.
Yeah. We would have the knowledge base and the history to know that this was a complete work. At the time, though, they didn't. Right. They made it feel so real, especially after the pipe bomb.
Exactly. Yeah. Now the pipe bomb, of course, we find out is mostly scripted.
Not quite as
not scripted, but it was pretty much cleared.
It was cleared.
Punk kind of said that, basically told him what he was going to say.
Yeah,
and it was cleared.
Did you watch when he talked about that on Stephanie's podcast?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, the only thing Vince said for feedback was make sure you insult my daughter. He's like, everything's fine, but make sure you insult Stephanie at some point, all right? Vince is a weird dude. He's a weird dude.
So, I don't know if you remember that leading into I think it was the Invasion pay-per-view, when him and Heyman had a promo, in-ring promo. And, when Heyman just teared into him about ECW and Stephanie and everything and all that, Heyman asked him, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to talk? What do you want me to talk about? And the only thing Vince told him was go sell some tickets.
Yeah, go make me money.
Yeah, go make me money. I don't care what you say, just go make me money.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
And knowing that Vince could had so much faith in some people to go out and say whatever came to mind.
Yeah, Punk doesn't really talk about Vince in that way. He doesn't really say like how he feels about him, or he's called him a weird old man in a couple of promos. So I assume he probably thinks he's as strange as everyone else does. But I often wonder, since I heard these kind of stories, was like, I wonder if he appreciates how much trust Vince gave him at that moment, because it seemed like a huge deal. He doesn't do that to very many people. He does that to Taker. He did that to Rock. He does that to Stone Cold, Kurt Angle. CM Punk's on that list. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's a very short list of people that he'd be like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. See, I would never have guessed that Punk was on that list. Never in a million years. I don't think they have a great relationship. If they have no relationship, I'm sure.
Punk and Vince, no.
Because he only agreed to come
Vince
back.
Was essentially the reason that Punk left.
Yeah. He only came back after Vince was gone. So, I'd be very curious to hear him talk about him today. I'd be very curious for anyone to talk about Vince today. Everyone's kind of hushed about him at this point. And when they do talk about him, they talk about him in the past tense of, they're not talking about how they feel about him now. It's interesting. I wonder if we will see him again. But yeah, I mean, the match is legendary. It's amazing. Should I give it a 10 because it is a masterpiece of storytelling? It really is.
I said reluctantly because it's not a full 10. It's like a high enough above a 9 to round it up to 10.
It's a 9.9.
Maybe like a 9.67.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
No, it's probably above a 9.5.
Mm-hmm.
So it's high enough to round it up.
Okay. All right. That concludes Money in the Bank 2011. Do you want to want to give us our average rating of the show?
Yeah, average ratings. I was at 6.6. You were at a 7.2.
That's pretty high.
It was the first ladder match. I was a 6. You were an 8. And the Mark Henry Big Show match, I was at a 5. You were at a 7. That's the big differences.
Mm-hmm. And that women's match really brought down the score overall.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies. Sorry. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a retro review. If you want to follow me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky. You can email us at co.op.podcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join us on the Co-op Club Discord community server where we talk about gaming, wrestling, and more. Patreon.com/co-op entertainment, where you can throw us $1 a month to help support the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Cole.
Yes, sir.
Take us home.
Well, that was Money in the Bank 2011. With today's rate of inflation, that's probably more like Money in the Bank 3011. So let's see if that holds up for another 900 and however many years to make it 3011. If we make it that long, then we'll see you then. But until then, keep the Renaissance alive.